Hey everyone, and welcome to this spring's final edition of the Oaks Countdown. And we are now in the final countdown. The field for Friday's Philly Classic was drawn Monday morning in Louisville, Kentucky. A full field of 14 plus two also eligibles entered. If you've been following along with colleague Dan Illman and I this winter and spring, we've extensively analyzed the racing records and pedigrees of the top contenders, including morning line favorite Bella Fina. She is perfect this season. You'll take a peek at her here rolling home in the Santa Anita Oaks last out. The multiple Grade 1 winner, beautifully bred for the distance as she looks to give sire Quality Road his second Oaks winner in 3 years. But to add to your notes for this race, I want to circle back around and take another look at a filly who Dan and I long expected to progress with distance and with experience, who did so in her final prep, and who will have even more distance and experience coming into the Kentucky Oaks. I also want to take a look at another filly who should love the added distance, who is looking to bounce back off of poor final prep and why she might do so. Now, the first filly is a horse we started talking about more than a year ago when she appeared on Keeneland Babies. We said this May foal by Classic Sire Curlin is a well-bred filly, several stakes horses in her family, but she's not going to be an early 2-year-old. She's going to be so much happier when she gets to go long. That's exactly what happened with Lady Apple. 3 consecutive wins at Oaklawn this season, the 2 most recent of those around 2 turns, topped off by this win in the Fantasy last out. Now that day, Lady Apple broke from post 4 in the field of 11 and came through inside in the lane where she was in tight at the 16th pole. I think this is going to be an experience that will benefit her as she's drawn toward the inside in the full field for the Oaks. We've watched her development for a long time, and I think it'll be quite logical for her to keep moving forward. Now, Chocolate Kisses also ran at Oaklawn over the winter, her biggest career win coming in the Honeybee, going a mile and a 16th. But then she finished 6th in the Ashland, and trainer Mark Cassie said that he probably made a mistake that day, telling the rider to try and stay a little closer to the pace because of a perceived track bias at Keeneland, taking Chocolate Kisses out of her usual running style. He has said all week that Chocolate Kisses will be going back to the back of the bus on Friday, and she should have plenty of pace to run at with the likes of Serengeti Empress, Jaywalk, Motion Emotion, and even Out for a Spin in here. I do love this filly's pedigree going long. She's by Candy Ride, a winner at a mile and a quarter, whose foals can win at that classic distance, as evidenced by champions Gunrunner and Shared Belief. Her dam is graded stakes winner Brownie Points, who could also go 2 turns on dirt. She's already produced turf grade 2 winner Synchrony and stakes winner Point System. A lot of turf in this family, but this filly obviously trends toward the dirt. We're filming this early in the week, so still plenty to keep an eye on as you formulate your picks for the Kentucky Oaks. But those, just some details for thought, having watched these fillies all along as they've developed. Thanks for joining Dan and I all along this year on the Oaks Countdown. I will be back next week here on DRF TV with the DRF Breeding Report to bring you more analysis of the eventual Oaks and Derby winners.